this thing started. Okay. YouTube should be receiving content in a second. I'm sorry for yawning. Not that anyone is watching right now. Let me just share this link around. Blah, 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 blah. And then I will put a message in the chat. Live now. Post it. And then I will save my one Twitter share for this evening. Alrighty, I've got that posted now. So I can turn that off. Hey everyone, welcome to the afternoon stream. Got a lot on the schedule. Alrighty. Hi, all two of you watching this. As I look at my analytics right now, let me just switch over here. We have got quite a bit on this list today. So I'm not sure how much I'm actually going to be able to do, but I'm certainly going to try to get as much done as possible this week. So yeah, our first one, we've got Anne and then Jason's mom Joan listening to music, and yeah, it's I'm not sure if this is going to stay Joan's character design, but so far it seems to work. I'm just gonna say we. The first time that I actually drew her, she accidentally ended up looking like Sigourney Weaver, but I think we're actually going to run with that in terms of her design, because I mean, there are worse things in life than looking like Sigourney Weaver. She's actually still quite pretty, you know? But even though her hair isn't as tightly permed anymore, it's still sufficiently curly that it does work for this character. So yeah, Joan and Anne both like music, but Joan actually has a fabulous singing voice. I'm not going to pick a singing voice for her because she's not my character, and that is not really my call to make, but apparently she has a lovely singing voice, and it would stand to reason that someone with a lovely singing voice who likes to sing would like music. So anyway, she is from the world that my online friend DinoArt65 on DeviantArt came up with, and this world is Hearthen. I've talked about it before. Chances are you guys watching already know, but just in case there's a new person watching this time, Hearthen is... I haven't figured out whether it's supposed to be a near or far future sci-fi world. I'm guessing kind of nearish, because I was told to take visual inspiration from the likes of both Star Wars and Voltron, specifically whenever the Paladins have a flashback to Earth. So I'm guessing near future-ish. So Joan did not get to go professional with her singing, but she still enjoys it. And even though I don't think her son Jason had actually ever sang, I want to think that he probably actually did get her singing voice, but like a manly version? I don't know. Like maybe with training he could have a great singing voice. But I wouldn't know, and honestly the character wouldn't know, because you don't know until you try, and he has not tried exactly. So this is mostly just my speculation at this point. When I'm not drawing, I'm overthinking. Like, not just thinking, but specifically overthinking. But overthinking things can be fun a lot of the time. I've actually got to start keeping my hands on the hotkeys here, because that is a lot faster. Speaking of drawing faster, ever since I started doing these live streams, I'm actually drawing a lot faster, even when I'm not doing requests and stuff. Like this Friday's, like, you guys might have noticed that my speed paints are consistently getting closer to staying around 3 minutes or so. Friday's speed paint that's coming out this week is actually 6 minutes long, and I started from severe art block. You'll see in the footage that I actually start with a random scribble, because that's one of my favorite techniques for dealing with not knowing what to draw, is I will make a random scribble, or sometimes several random scribbles, and then try to see if I can't make something out of those scribbles. But, so I started with scribbles, and I left in all the footage of looking for a color palette and everything, and it still only took me 2 hours worth of recording to get done. It took me a lot longer to find music that would fit 6 minutes of video and also the theme. But for the quality of the piece that's coming out this Friday, 2 hours is fast. Especially considering that I did not do any sketching beforehand, in terms of preparing the piece. I need to do a different expression here, maybe go thinner on the lines. So, like, I actually want to thank you guys for sending me requests and tuning into these live streams, because they really do help make me a better artist. So, yeah, that's what's happening. I'm actually starting to be able to draw faster. I've never been fast at anything, really. That's been one of my defining features growing up, is that I am the slow kid. I cannot do things quickly. But now I'm starting to do things a little less slowly, and that is good. So I'm really excited to show you guys Friday's speed paint, but you guys will have to wait until Friday. Because excited as I am, I do have a schedule to maintain. So this is super cool, and yeah, Anne's turning out derpy here, but that's okay. Let's see, that would actually start lower there, and then she's holding onto a little music device there. And then I'm just going to check the chat in between pieces, specifically because I've got so much to do this week in terms of these requests. I actually have another request that I didn't even add to the list because I know I'm not going to be able to get it done until next week. And it's mostly just because it's got a lot of references to get, and I will do the sketch for it, and then next week it'll probably be one of the first ones on the list, if not the first one, depending on what I'm able to accomplish here. So yeah, this is going pretty well. Again, just not really much to announce. Oh yeah, this Friday my commission sale ends, actually, so if you want to continue, or so if you have a commission that you want to pay me to do, now is, you have until Friday to send it in and ask me to do it if you want that 10% off. Which, I mean, it's not much, but I mean, 10% off, right? That sale has actually been going pretty well. I might implement it next year. Depending on what college looks like for me. What's that word that they use in My Little Pony? Nervous-sighted? That's about how I am for that. So nervous, but so excited too, because it's going to, or because I'm majoring in stuff that's going to make me better at doing what I'm doing right now, so I will be able to bring you guys better quality content. Even if it does take a little bit longer to make in between, you know, college stuff. So yeah, depending on what time it is. Ooh. Yeah, I need to move on from this. I will color it later if I have time. So let's check the chat here. Come on. There we go. Really, Sigourney Weaver is in Marvel's Defenders. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so hi everybody, it's good to see you here. Time to move on to the next one because this week should probably be treated like a lightning round. But that's cool that Sigourney Weaver, like, usually older actresses don't tend to have that much of a career, but you know, she's good at what she does, you know? So it's good to see that she still has a career. And this one is probably going to take the most time of all of these because not only is it 6 characters, they are all in poses that may be a little hard to draw. This one might be another one that I have to polish up off screen. I don't know. I don't like to polish these up off screen because that defeats the purpose of even having the live streams, you know? Because the point is to just draw and draw and draw, and when the time is up, the time is up. So, yeah. Hands. I think that might be part of what's slowing me down is my insistence on drawing hands, but I mean, a bad hand is better than no hand. And, Sir Kunamet, I think you're actually really going to like your request. I might skip ahead to it after this one, depending on what time we have, because it is super cute, as always. And I really think you're gonna like it. But I have some other ones that also aren't as complex as this, so I will probably get to those after this so I can just knock out 4 of these. Rotation! This was a lot of fun to sketch, and by fun I mean it was a challenge that was kind of frustrating at times, but, what is art if not frustrating? I mean, would we like art if it weren't frustrating? I mean, let's be honest here. But, yeah, so, this was, but, like, I guess what I mean to say is that this was frustrating in the good way, that you can feel yourself kind of getting better at art. So, frustrating though it was, I'm very happy with how it challenged me and how it's coming out anyway. So, I had to draw them holding hands. It made the most sense to me, guys, okay? One of these days I really, really, really need to save up and get a second monitor so that I can glance over at the chat while I'm drawing. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But, yeah. Just gotta hurry up. I'll do mitten hands here. Consistency, what's that? Never heard of her. Come on, little thing. Also, I did give Chase the little plushie. I might have to draw that out. I mean, I might have to leave it out depending on time. But, I don't know. I thought it was a cute detail, and I made the mistake of picking a detail thing to do during this stream. But that is on me. You know what? I'm just gonna hurry up and add the little plushie here, so that I can't say it took too much time, because there, see, that didn't take a full minute, did it? Let's see, there's the shirt, and then gotta add his face here. Can't draw him faceless. Maybe I put my stabilizer on too high. There we go. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with coloring all of these. You know what I might do? I might export these as transparent PNGs, so that you guys can download and color them if you want. And that way they're transparent, and all you have to worry about is filling in the colors, which you can do with a mouse and paint bucket tool. It's hard to navigate when the navigator doesn't turn, but also if the navigator turned it would be really, really disorienting. But it's disorienting anyway because this thing turns and... Improvise, adapt, overcome. Or did I say that out of order? I don't know. I don't know. Ah, come on, get over here. Let's see. There's his face. I have Google Translate Sings Thriller stuck in my head. If you haven't seen it, you may want to mute me and actually go watch it right now. Because it is hilarious. I know we're like way past Halloween and I should be in a more Christmassy mood, but I mean, sometimes the song is catchy even if the lyrics are all wrong. Like just grammatically and in not fully English, like not even just grammatically not English, just straight up not even English, barely kind of. If you guys have seen Google Translate Sings, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Alright, let's draw Anne here. This time her face is turning out better. The last one was kind of goofy. But yeah, I will probably end up leaving out her headphones and just to conserve detail here. That's another thing about the request I haven't even added to the list. It is going to be really detailed. But if the person wanted quality, they could totally commission me. I have my prices right there. And really, it's not that bad to, you know, my full color character art for 2 characters is not unreasonable, in terms of the price. But whatever. Please don't tell me I'm on the wrong layer. I'm on the wrong layer. Whatever. I will, there's a way to save this. And I will do the way to save this. After I've done all this line art. Okay, what time are we at? Okay, I've got 6 more minutes I'm willing to spend on this before we have to move. So, let's hope this thing stops trying to evade me so that I can just get going on it. Come on. There we go. And then pocket. There. And we're gonna scoot on over here. That's that's probably one of the only things that I really have a problem with in this program, is that the arrow keys rotate it and stuff like this. But there is no hotkey for sliding it, which makes no sense, because if I could just like slide these the sliders here on a key, that would be amazing, but I can't. And it's probably the biggest to my workflow. Anyway, hand there, fingers, thumb. Do I need to give her? Yeah, I do. And then a smile. And then I need to scoot over here. I'm not actually that angry. I'm just, it's just a little goofy working rotated like this. It's not like actually working on paper where you rotate it and it stays. But whatever. I work digitally for a reason, and that reason is that I make such a mess when I work traditionally. Like, I'm not even kidding, I'm still cleaning up from Inktober. It's that bad. So, yeah, how long have I been fighting with this thing? Come on, phone. 3 more minutes. Can we do it? I don't know. I guess I'm willing to go until maybe the 35-minute mark on this. But then I will switch to something especially easy to do. So let's see. Eyebrows. Alrighty, and then he's got his hand behind his head like this. And then I'm just gonna completely leave off the sword and sheath. There we go. Almost done. Alright, that's it for this guy, and now rotate this way. At least it's working with me now. I actually really don't like this line thickness. It's just what I'm willing to work with because it's fast. And pretty easy to tell when things aren't fully connected. But, yeah. The line thickness I use for my requests is not something I'm even a fan of. But I mean, gotta go fast, right? Let's see. There we go. And then that sleeve there. That sleeve there. Let's see. Hand there. It's gonna be another mitten hand, but whatever. Come on. Here we go. Do. This is actually turning out pretty well, you guys. For what it is and the amount of time that I'm willing to spend on it. I really wish that, like, I could look at the time in the corner of my screen with this on full screen, but, if I take it off full screen, then sometimes I drag the wrong thing, and that just slows me down. So, actually, I can set the rotation right, and then work on it like this. Come on, put her pupil in the right place, silly thing. I say silly thing like the computer's drawing this. Sometimes I just need to take responsibility for my own art mistakes. But, yeah. This is working alright for once. Please don't jinx it. There's her long hair. And then her sweater. There's her hand behind her head. Sweater again. And then she's got a skirt that she wears, and her skirt has these pleats in it. These pleats, which pleated skirts are so hard to draw. They're not. Okay, they're not actually hard to draw, I'm just bad at drawing them. But we're almost done. And depending on how much time has elapsed, I actually have, like, no concept of the passage of time. And it's really weird because I have to have a clock with me so that I know, okay, I've got 2 minutes before my absolute limit here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to swap the color. Come on. Well, if it's not gonna swap the color, I'm just gonna fill this in. Come on, fill it in. Alright, view, transparent background, fill. Come on. Why isn't it filling? That's weird. Is this program doing anything? Okay, it's saving. Maybe it'll fill now? Oh, it's on Protect Alpha, that's why. Alright, now, merge. Let's see, filter, extracting lines, and then, since the lines I did are really bold, I should be able to clean it up really nicely. There we go. if I just clean this up a touch with my eraser. Okay, it's 2:35. I have to call this done for now. Time to look in the chat. Yeah. So, yeah, Pants is... I usually draw her older with Pants, but you already know that. Anyway, let's see, what is a very quick one I can do? I'm just going to do this one with Zer and Nimue, and I am sure that I'm on a different layer now. So, I don't want to rotate, silly thing, but this should be quick. Let's see. And yes, I drew them arm wrestling. I literally didn't think of this until maybe an hour before the stream. I was sitting here like, I don't know, how can I actually draw these two hanging out? So I googled father-daughter pictures and I found one, and it's probably copyright protected, but I used it as a reference because I just thought it was really cute. And then I gave them a little bit, or I gave Zer some dialogue. I know he's mute, but it just it seemed really funny. So even though his hand fully eclipses hers, I don't know, I hope you like it. I'm gonna finish this up and then I'll check the chat when I'm done. And then, like, if I manage to get another one done after this, I will go back to my other ones and just clean them up a little more. But I'm probably gonna call it a day. Or I'm probably going to stop at 4 pieces this afternoon. And then just do those 4 pieces as well as I possibly can within the allotted time. Timed stuff is not my specialty, but I don't know, I'm just trying to get better at it, and you know, there's really no way to improve but to practice, so practice. Let's see. There's his arm, and then I need that chest piece like that, and then his other arm. And then I ended up leaving his other hand off screen. Originally this piece was an 8" by 8" square, but I decided to turn it into a screenshot format because I thought it would be cuter, and I'm not sure if it was, or whether I should have probably left it 8 by 8 square. But it is what it is now, so so this is what I'm working with. Let's see. There we go. And then these ears, or ear thingies. I don't know if they're actually his ears as in the thing that lets him hear, but let's add a sweat drop for fun. Let's see. Almost done here. Yeah, this one's turning out better and faster. I did not draw her smile. Let's give her a cute little smile there. Let's see, I'm also gonna draw her other arm implied to be behind here. There we go. And now I'm gonna check the chat and see what you guys think. All right. Hey, nice to see you, Aqua. Yeah, so I've got 5 minutes to color this. Background color, I'm just gonna give it like a dingy, desaturated yellow-green. And then I've got this color, which I need to set my reference to canvas here. Oh, that's a mess. Let's see. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm going to use your color schemes, and then I will play around with tone curves or something. And then I'm going to reuse colors where possible. So her hair gets to be the same color there. And then his face is stylized black, but I can put that on the line art layer. And then he's got yellow eyes. There we go. And then I can open the reference I got for Nimue here. I think that's how you pronounce it, Nimue. If I'm wrong, please correct me. There we go. And then I can do that, and then, actually I'll do that, and that. And then, let's see, filter, tone curve, bring most of it down, and not sure what to do with this. Okay, bring that down, this up, it's doing stuff. I don't know, I think that looks okay if I take the hue, and then desaturate it, and then bring the brightness down. No, I'll saturate it more, brightness up. I don't know, I may have messed it up. I'm just gonna undo and leave it at that. So now I can check the chat again. Nimue. Okay. Nimue is her name. Okay, I'm just gonna, let's see. The Attack on Titan OC should be easy enough to do. And her name, if I can look at the name of the file, there is a name on this file, it's just really, but yeah, this person asked for their Attack on Titan OC, and you can see it in this reference window that I'm about to switch out of. I took a little bit of creative liberty in terms of the face and stuff, but yeah, let's see. So yeah, I have her hair tucked behind her ear, at least here. And then I gave it a little more of a curve, or a little more of a curl to it, for visual interest. But, the face is actually very round, and I'm not sure. I'm actually gonna run with that a little more than I did in my sketch. So there's eye number 1, and I have a feeling that the hair was done like this to avoid drawing the other eye. I may be horribly wrong, but I'm still going to put the other eye there. The expression is very blank, slightly melancholy. This hair is very pretty. Also very not military regulation, pretty much in any military. Whatever, I need to shut up. This is not a critique, this is just drawing. So, I'm going to just draw. And again, this character is from Attack on Titan. I did download a transparent PNG of the Wings of Freedom, but I don't think I'm going to end up actually putting them on her anywhere. But that is okay. It's better to have resources you don't need than to need resources you don't have. So, let's see, the shirt underneath is button up, and then I'm having the jacket like that. I don't know which side the buttons are on, but I'm just gonna fudge it. Okay. Here we go. Hand, this, other hand like that, sleeve like that, and then this should be the edge of the jacket, and then they have that skirt thing for the 3D maneuvering gear. And that should be good, which means I can go and color this in real quick. But yeah, I heard actually that season 2 is out. Haven't seen it, kinda don't want to. I've more or less started to, I'm pretty close to fully off the Attack on Titan hype train, just cause there is a threshold that I am willing to wait, and the show outlasted my patience in the hiatus. But such is life sometimes. Gives me more time for other stuff. Come on. Here we go. The shirt, I'm probably going to change the color. Let's see. There we go. I can probably use this for the weird skirt thing for the 3D maneuvering gear. The 3D maneuvering gear is actually a really cool concept, but it's words and stuff. I'm just gonna bring this out so I can pick a cream color to change the pants and shirt to. That'll have to do. Maybe something a little lighter. There we go. That's better. And then my go-to color for the whites of the eyes. And then her eyes are green, so I can just use this color. Alrighty. That's 4 pieces. Let's look in the chat and see what was good. Yeah. Yeah, there's really no reason for me anymore to keep up with Attack on Titan. I'm just so done with it. So very, very done. I'm just gonna scoot over here, and Anne has a lighter hair color than, I don't know, all these colors are approximate. I'm just trying to finish off the 8 minutes I've got, so maybe I can actually get these colored in some sort of time. Did I actually bring that? No. There we go. It just looks darker than it is because it's against a white background. Art pro tip. Try not to color against a white background like I've been doing this entire time. It distorts your perception of colors. Like, this is actually a really light color you can see here, but it looks very dark against the white background. So much so that it might look too dark. Do you hear my neighbors being loud? That's what I get for living in a neighborhood, I guess. Let's see. There we go. To save time, I'm just going to give them the same skin tone, because why not at this point? I have 6 minutes to get this thing done, so, I mean, cutting corners is probably a good idea right now. I will probably still, I'll probably still put transparent versions of the line art on DeviantArt, just in case anyone wants them. Anne's headphones are black. I'm trying to keep the Norman family's color palette generally very similar, because resonance and design and stuff like that. But yeah, let's see. Well, it looks alright, and then I think I will make her slacks black, and maybe her heels blue. Well, they're supposed to be heels. They don't really look like heels, but whatever. I will see what you guys think in just a sec. Come on. There we go. I keep hitting the line art for some reason. It doesn't make sense. Okay, I've got a green right here that I can use. And then this. If it will select the color. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then I've got 4 minutes to fix this. Because apparently using the filter didn't fix everything. I mean, I don't really know how much performance I can demand out of a free program. I mean, it doesn't seem completely fair since, you know, you get what you pay for, and I mean, this is more than what I didn't pay for, so. Let's see. I did try Photoshop one time. I think Kunama, you and I were in that class together. Maybe. Might have been someone else. But I did not like Photoshop. I'm pretty sure that's because I didn't understand it. And, I couldn't afford the $20, or I couldn't afford the $20 monthly subscription, because even when you need it for class, you gotta pay $20 a month, and for a semester that's like 3 months long, you know. That's $60 for an art program that you hate. I mean, or that I hate. A lot of people like it. There's probably something to it. If I ever get it one of these days, I'll probably just look up tutorials and stuff and see if that helps. This seems to be helping out with the line art pretty nicely. One of the things that I keep wondering if I should do in my OS is, my OS will actually let me split screen, and with certain programs, Fire Alpaca is one of them that it will split screen, but I keep worrying that that might be a little too distracting. Since you would have my entire live stream dashboard on one side of the screen, and then you'd have my drawing on the other side of the screen, and it might be a little frustrating to deal with. I don't know. But in any case, we are down to 2 minutes, and everything is going swimmingly for now. I think I will clean this up just a little bit more, and then I will check the chat again and respond to you guys and see what's going on. There we go. Alright, that looks passable, kind of. I'm gonna leave this transparent. I will probably come back and color it at some point, but for now it's just gonna be transparent, and if any one of you wants to color it, I will leave it transparent so you can. Yeah. So yeah, it's good to see that you guys have been having a good time, and I'm just gonna switch to my ending card now, and I'm gonna say goodbye, and I will see you guys again this evening, and I'm just gonna get to work on exporting those files. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to make sure it doesn't cut me off on my goodbye, so goodbye!